How do you do today? Hope you're doing well and healthy. Yes, it's the best wish for all of you. My name is Yamila Guerra. I'm here from Los Angeles, California. For me, it's a pleasure and a joy to be with you every day, talking and connecting, communicating with you, interesting facts, interesting culture, music, dance, about countries, about cities. Who's calling? Oh my goodness, he's calling right now. Okay. Thanks again for being here, for your love, your attention, your support, and welcome to the most musical, danceable, artistic, historical show in social media. Welcome again, yes, the Yamila Guerra Show. And let's start today to one of my video clips that I filmed in Havana, Cuba, that is Cha 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 Blues. And Jamila, what is the country are you going to talk about today? Okay, I'm gonna talk about this gorgeous, incredible country called Chile. Yes, in South America, South Latin America. So let's start with music, with dance, with Cha 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 Blues. Enjoy it. Yes.
Caminando por el Prado a las 2, se me antojó un mojito por el sol. Calor que quema, que me hace sudar. Solo la brisa calma mi pesar. Hoy necesito un beso de mi Habana tropical. Y amigos, les cuento la historia de lo que me pasó. Lentamente abrí la puerta del bar. La algarabía se hacía notar. Gente brindando al ritmo del son. Un cantinero entonces me preguntó: mojito suave, tú pide que hoy pago yo.
Solo quiero cha cha cha
para bailar.
Rica cha, rica cha.
1, 2, 3, cha cha cha.
Cha cha cha.
Los marcianos llegaron.
Bailando rica cha.
Qué bueno está de mi Habana cha cha cha. Descubrí tu silueta en el bar. Mirada intensa para disfrutar. Me provocaste con sana intención. Hello, sweetie, tu boca exclamó. ¿De dónde eres? Yo le pregunté, entonces él respondió: vengo de Nueva York, ciudad de luces y show, donde nunca se duerme y los edificios tocan el sol, donde la música y el baile se funden y hacen de Broadway un espectáculo soberbio. De allí vengo y hacia el sur voy. Tú entonces dime, ¿de dónde eres tú?
De La Habana vengo yo.
Con mi tumbao.
De La Habana traigo un cha.
Qué bueno está.
Pa' bailar y gozar.
Atrévete un poco más.
Rica cha.
Es mi cha cha cha. De La Habana vengo yo. Que tú bailes, pa' que tú goces, morena.
La bingo fuera con la gozadera. Yo te traigo cha cha cha, pa' que bailes a tu abuela.
Playa, sol y arena yo te traigo a ti. Son cositas ricas de mi Cuba para ti.
Con la bingo fuera con la gozadera. Yo te traigo cha cha cha, pa' que bailes a tu abuela.
El cha 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 a mí me gusta. Toma ese muchacho de Nueva York es muy guapo y todo, pero imagínate, después de tomarnos un mojito, él me pidió bailar y resulta que de repente no sabía bailar ni cha-cha-cha, ni mambo, ni son, ni guaracha, nada de nada. Es un patón, patón. Te lo regalo, mi amiga. Tú ríete que yo bailo y gozo. Mi hermano Yalil enciende esa orquesta. Guarapón de mi tierra pa' que goces tú.
Dame la mano y bailaremos, dame la mano y cantaremos. Wow! Yes, my friends. I have here very interesting, delicious Chilean foods and plates. Let's start with the famous ceviche. And what is ceviche? Okay, ceviche is a raw fish cocktail, and some of the Chilean prefer, for example, corvina or reineta. And this fish is marinated and cooked with lemon juice. You can find this ceviche also in Peru. This country have similar plates. Also, they love to include onion, garlic, merquén. I don't know what is merquén, and also cilantro, cumin, salt, olive oil, and red pepper. They love to eat ceviche with the famous, Chilean pisco, yes, pica lime or lemon juice, syrup and ice. This is something very delicious to the taste, because you can combine, the lemon and also the fish and the onion. It's a little bit spicy, but it's delicious. I recommend you to eat ceviche as soon as you can. And right now, we have this wonderful weather in USA, in California, and going to a Chilean restaurant is very easy. So let's continue to the choripan. And what is choripan? Choripan is a sausage in a bread. They love to consume it in Chile and also in Peru. Again, they share the same food, and they love to eat it with pebre. Pebre is like a sauce, cut onions. They put also tomato, puree peppers, garlic, olive oil, and cilantro. And Chilean people love to eat, for example, the empanadas and also the steak and the choripan with pebre. Pebre is something out of this world. They love to eat the choripan, the sausage with bread, with mashed potato, okay, and mayonnaise. You can find it everywhere in Chile. It's a very popular snack. Let's continue to pastel de choclo. What is pastel? It's like a corn pie. Okay, the translation, and this is a traditional dish of this country, and it's an excellent representation of the mestizo culture, the Spanish culture, and also the Mapuche, the indigenous population as well. I have to say that the pastel de choclo has the sweet and salty flavor. They love to consume it with olive, with raisin, ground beef, and hard-boiled eggs. A few years ago, I tried the pastel de choclo, and I was, oh my God, so impressed by the flavor they can combine in one plate. And I also enjoy the presentation of this dish, because they bring the pastel de choclo in a pottery plate. Okay, the next one is the sopaipilla. What is the sopaipilla? It's a traditional fried pumpkin flatbread, and it's served in two different ways. They you can consume it. They go, for example, to the street. It's like a popular snack too, and they love to consume it with hot sauce or pebre. In my opinion, I prefer the pebre, the pebre, okay, because it's more nutritious and you can have different flavors in the pebre. It's something, wow, incredible. Let's continue with more Chilean plates that I found in Google. And the next one is the humitas. What is the humitas? It's like a tamale, similar to Mexican tamale. They do the humitas with flour and also with corn dough. They love to cook this plate with butter, with onion, and baste it and wrap in corn husks. Incredible. I love humitas because again they combine the sweet and the salty flavor in one plate. I love this combination because I'm a sweet tooth as well. So the next one is a drink called mote con huesillos, mote with huesillos, like kind of little bones is the translation. And this is the syrupy traditional drink. It's made with the mote. Mote is a kind of peach nectar, and they include dry peaches as well and huesillos, the husked wheat. Okay, they love to consume it. This traditional drink with this wheat from the I think from the raw wheat. I have to mention that this is a very, very traditional drink, and they love to drink it with sugar or milk. I never tried, producer, this drink before. Let's see if I can find it here in a restaurant. Okay, completo. What is completo? Completed in Spanish, in English. I mean, this is like a plate with sausage, chopped tomato, mayonnaise, and sauerkraut. Sauerkraut, that is the cabbage cooked in vinegar. Very, very famous right now here in Los Angeles, specifically between Hollywood actresses, because it's wonderful for your stomach, for your digestive health. Incredible. So completo, it's like a sandwich, but they love to, for example, to consume it in popular, streets. And there's another completo called completo italiano, that is the influence of the Italian culture, and they have the colors in this completo like red, green, and white ingredients. That is the reason they call it Italian completo, because has the colors of the Italian flag. Okay, the next one is the curanto. What is that, the curanto? This is a traditional food from Chiloé Island in southern Chile, and they cook the curanto with meat, potatoes, also shellfish, and they prepare a bread made of a potato called milcao. They love to eat it with vegetable and dumplings. Oh my goodness, how many things! Okay, let's continue with another a plate that is very popular also in Argentina. That is the empanadas. The Chilean empanadas are, in my opinion, healthier because they don't fry the empanadas. They put it in the oven, and you don't have this fat when you eat empanadas. When you do all this plate in the oven, they love to include, for example, inside empanadas, chicken, vegetable, egg, yes, and meat, ground beef as well. I have to mention that they love to eat the empanadas with the famous, sauce pebre. It's very similar to chimichurri. Again, they have these countries have similar dishes, for example, with Argentina and Peru, and I love empanadas. Okay, let's continue to the dessert. That I love the dessert from Chile and Argentina, and they share again, the dulce de leche pastry. They prepare, delicious pastry with dulce de leche and the famous alfajores as well. But when you do the alfajores in your house is very different from the alfajores when you go to a place and buy the alfajores in the box. The artisanal alfajores are bigger and the flavor is a little bit different. It's more natural, more authentic. Okay, my friends, let's start and let's enjoy the Chilean foods and desserts. If you have any time, if you're in the street, you can put in Google any Chilean restaurant around here, or around your house, or in the city where you live. So let's continue, producer. And right now I'm very hungry. I need something to eat from Chile. Let's continue to one of my sponsors, and he's Father Brieva, one of the best realtors in South Miami. Continue.
Si amarte me convierte en una hoja que el viento arrastra en la oscuridad. Tienes unos ojos dulces que enamoran mis sentidos. ¿Qué será de mí? ¿Cómo explicar esta sensación que me está apretando el corazón? ¿Cómo resistir todo lo que siento? No alcanzan palabras para ti. Dame un poco más de tu intimidad que enloquece todo mi interior. Es un desafío, casi desvarío cuando tú no estás cerca de mí. Eres la mitad perdida, la mitad casi perfecta que buscaba en mi interior. Beso y beso tu belleza, más allá de tu mirada, dentro de tu corazón. ¿Cómo explicar esa sensación que me está apretando el corazón? ¿Cómo resistir todo lo que siento? No alcanzan palabras para ti. Dame un poco más de tu intimidad que enloquece todo mi interior. Es un desafío, casi desvarío cuando tú no estás cerca de mí. Besarte ahora es lo que está inspirando esta canción de amor y ganas por ti. Aquí esperando puedo enloquecer, volverme irracional, no juegues tú así. ¡Ay, qué rico! Oye, aquí hay para tomar y para llevar. un antídoto para el amor.
Suéltala, ay que te da, ay que te da. Suéltala, suéltala, ay que te da, ay que te da. Suéltala.
Ay, mi amor, no alcanzan palabras para ti. Con mi tumbao,
De La Habana traigo un chan,
qué bueno está.
pa' bailar y gozar.
Atrévete un poco más.
Rica chan,
Es mi cha-cha-cha. De La Habana vengo yo. De La Habana vengo yo.
Espejo cruel. Oh my goodness, cruel mirror, my friends. I have here beauty secrets of Chilean women. And let's start with the first one. This is a Chilean actress called Javiera. And she said that she loves, for example, to eat a full breakfast and a fruit smoothie in the morning. Also, she prefers to have, for example, a soup, a soup and a piece of fish at dinner and not salads. When you do diet, I understand her. Sometimes you are very tired of eat salads every day in the at lunch, every day at dinner. It's incredible. And soups and creams is a wonderful options to do some kind of diversity to our diets. I have to mention that Javiera doesn't like, for example, extreme diets. Me too. I don't like extreme diets. I prefer to avoid having hunger. I think when you eat, you have to write the nutritious foods, not empty calories. For example, like rice, white rice or pasta is better if when you eat some carbs, try to eat it, whole wheat, whole grain carbs. For example, the spaghettis or any kind of rice, for example, or brown rice, but brown, not white. I have to say that Javiera, for example, moisturizes every day, in her face and also in the eye area and in the body. I have to mention that Chilean women are not very obsessed with beauty and, like other Latin American women. They are more, I have to say, more natural, I have to say, more confident with their beauty, with their bodies. And reading these actresses, they say the same thing. They mentioned that they prefer to take care of themselves, of what nature gave her. They don't like to go to, for example, to surgeries to change or to put more breasts or to put more butt or, do some kind of plastic surgery. They prefer to go to surgery, for example, if it's something that is urgent, if you have something that it's, interrupting your good health. In general, they prefer, for example, practice yoga, Pilates, not very much going to the gym. They don't like to go to the gym a lot. They prefer to have this kind of relaxed, I have to say, practices. They love to go outdoors, to go swimming. They like to be with their families, practicing, some kind of mountain sport like hiking. They have, gorgeous topography and parks and mountains in Chile. So they prefer to do this kind of activities instead of going to the gym, lifting weights. They are more, I think, more natural in their lifestyle. Also, they prefer, for example, to have this kind of diet that is more focused in the quality of the foods. They don't like to do this kind of diet that is counting calories. No, 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 no. They love to enjoy the food. They love to enjoy the piece of meat, the piece of fish, the veggie, the fruits. Instead of how many calories, oh, 2,500. No, no, no. They enjoy life a lot. And if they want to eat, for example, a piece of cake, they do it. And then for example, the next day they start again the diet. They enjoy life a lot, and they have this tradition of grilled meat, asados, the famous asados, almost every weekend. And I love these asados because they combine, the protein, the meat, all kind of meat, and also the veggie. They don't have a lot of carbohydrates in Chilean asados. These actresses, for example, take care of their beauty going to spas at least once a month. If you're very busy, if you have, for example, a tight schedule, and you can go once a month, you at least have to go once every 3 months, because if you don't do facial, if you don't do some kind of treatment in your face specifically, you're gonna have clogged pores, you're gonna have pimples, you're gonna have more problem, more congested skin, and your texture is gonna be worse, because if you don't clean it, if you don't do some kind of oxygen facial, if you don't open your pores and extract these impurities, you're more prone to have for example wrinkle, to have a pimple and problems in the skin. Okay, in general, they love to have some oxygen therapy, a treatment for deep hydration in case you need it. For example, the people who have, dry skin, is mandatory to have deep hydration. Here in Los Angeles, we have, so many options to do this kind of oxygen facial. Yes, and I want to do it. I had it before. I have like a combination skin. And I think every woman, regarding the type of skin, needs this kind of facial. Why? Because we need hydration, specifically here in Los Angeles, that we have this dry climate. We need more than the women who live, for example, in Florida, in more humid climate. So in general, they enjoy life, they enjoy to be with their families, and all of them, this is something very interesting, all of them have a positive mindset. They are very optimistic regarding what is happening, around them. If something happens, you have to reverse it and do the positive action, against this negative thing. I think this is something wonderful. They have this kind of meditation routines, and I recommend that to all of you, my friends. I love to learn from these women because we need to remind ourselves that we have to take our time in silence in our rooms to do meditation, to do affirmation, to do deep breath, because it helps us to our mental health. Right now we have in this crazy pandemic, and everybody, I think everybody, has been affected at least a little bit mentally by this pandemic. So I suggest you right now that you can start doing meditation. You can start doing, for example, affirmation, deep breath, and try to go to a spa for at least to do some facial treatment or a massage. So my friends, these are some interesting and wonderful tips from Chilean women. And let's continue to one of my video clips, and let's dance with this son cubano, and the name is Estampas de mi Barrio. I love it.
En la cuadra de mi barrio, en alturas de la lisa, la gente no tiene prisa, viven tranquilo y despacio. En la calle vendedores anuncian su mercancía con tremenda algarabía, gritando con voz en cuello, porque hasta pasa un camello rugiendo como un tranvía, y pasa un P5 también. Lo mismo venden escobas, aguacates, mamoncillos, ajos pelados, maíz, lechugas, mangos, flautín. Las ventas no tienen fin y hasta venden calzoncillos. Amigos míos, estas son las estampas de mi barrio.
Traigo frutas frescas, dulces para que te acuerdes de mí.
Ay chico, qué calor, esto está del carajo, mi piel parece un tasajo.
Traigo frutas frescas, dulces para que te acuerdes de mí.
Ahorita empieza el concierto de Marixa y el Gago, todo metiéndole al trago.
Traigo frutas frescas, dulces para que te acuerdes de mí.
Si el cabello se te fue, espérate un almendrón pa' que te lleve al vedado.
Traigo frutas frescas, dulces para que te acuerdes de mí.
Guarapo de caña, bien frío y dulce, lo que quiero yo. Dame, dame más guarapo. Frutas, ¿quién quiere comprarme frutas del caney? Oye, dame 3 mangos pa' acá.
Traigo frutas frescas, estampas de mi tierra.
Mamoncillo, qué sabroso, en la tarde me los como.
Traigo frutas frescas, estampas de mi tierra.
Caserita, no te acuestes a dormir sin comerte un cucurucho de maní. Dale mambo y alí.
Traigo frutas frescas,
Hey,
traigo frutas frescas. Traigo frutas
a mí me gusta el mamey,
traigo fruta de mi
guarabanas, platanitos, el mango, la chirimoya.
traigo fruta de mi
Dile a Catalina que te compre un gallo, ok. Dame un traguito ahora. Yo bailo con la punta del pie de mi tierra.
vengo yo,
Con mi tumbao,
de La Habana traigo un chat,
qué bueno está.
pa' bailar y gozar.
Atrévete un poco más.
Rica chat,
Es mi cha-cha-cha. De La Habana vengo yo. De La Habana vengo yo.
My friends, here I have some interesting facts about Chile, this gorgeous country. For example, number one, in Chile, you can find the world's biggest swimming pools. Increíble. Increíble. Oh my God, dije increíble. Oh my God, this is Spanish English is something crazy. Incredible. Okay, you can find this pool, this gorgeous pool in Algarrobo City in the Pacific coast. What more information I have from this swimming pool? Okay, the length is 1,000 yards. Yes, the maximum depth of 115 feet, and it is located in an area of 20 acres. I have to mention that inside this swimming pool, you can find 66 million gallons of crystal clear seawater. Oh my God, salty water. I love it. This pool was opened in December 2006, starting the summer, and it took 5 years of construction work. Oh my goodness. How much? The cost of this swimming pool, okay, $1 billion, yes, and has an annual maintenance of about $2 million a year. Okay, the next thing, second thing, is in Chile you can find the driest place in the earth. And where is it? Well, it is located in the Atacama Desert, yes, at 7,500 feet. Atacama Desert is the driest place, as I said before, and this place has a surreal beauty. You can go, for example, to Google, you can find photos, videos, documentaries of this place. I love to go someday. And it says here that the desert runs through a 1,000 kilometer long strip of land between Andes Mountains and the Pacific Ocean. What a great view. Okay, the third interesting thing is that Chile is a world-class wine destination. Yes, they have wonderful wines, and I had a pleasure and the opportunity to try some of them here in Los Angeles, because here in California we have this place called Trader Joe's that you can find wines from all over the world, and one of them is from Chile. Also, Chile occupies the 9th largest producer, in the world, and the 5th largest exporter of wine. Oh my goodness, it's in the top 5. Okay, the next fourth interesting thing, is the Easter Island. I love to go to the Easter Island, the Moai Island, yes, off the coast of Chile, and was annexed by the country in 1888, yes, and renamed Easter Island, because before the name was Moai. I love that. So during the 1900s, it was a sheep farm, yes, and was managed by the Chilean Navy. Incredible. In this island, more than 7 kilometers of subterranean lava tunnel have been mapped out, which are home, yes, to one of the most extensive cave system on Earth. Incredible. In 1966, the entire island was open to the public, and remaining Rapa Nui people, become citizens of Chile. Okay, another beautiful thing that I have to mention from these countries are the penguins. Yes, the penguins. And they don't only live in Antarctica or at the zoo. They can be found in several areas of southern Chile, including the Sino Orway penguin colony. Yes, in the south. They usually, lounge on the beach. I love penguins. They are so funny walking. And when you, watch some documentary, their life is so interesting. They usually lounge on the beach and commute to nearby nests. For example, we can find Humboldt penguins in the north coast of Chile, with a total of population of 12,000 breeding pairs in the country. Imagine that, 12,000 pairs of penguins. Okay, the 6 interesting things about this country is the Valparaiso is a very prosperous artistic city in Chile, and its main attraction is in the downtown, in the central historical area that is declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2003. They have also a very important industrial center, with manufactured textile, chemical, shoes, leather goods, paints, a lot of important financial and industrial center in Chile. And Pablo Neruda was inspired by this gorgeous and beautiful city in some of their writings. Okay, my friends, let's continue with more interesting facts about Chile. And I have to mention that you can, for example, enjoy the beach and go enjoy the ocean, and then you can, for example, go to national parks, to the mountains, and have this kind of both topographies that is something spectacular. They have gorgeous resorts and hotels in the north, in the south, for couple, for family, and it is incredible. You know, the natural selection of climate, of animals that they have is something impressive. Let's continue. Let's continue with one of my video clips, and the name is 1, 2, 3 Mambo.
Este es mi homenaje a dos grandes de la música, Cachao y Pérez Prado. ¡Dale, mambo! Bailando junto a ti, es solo 1, 2, 3, moviendo así las caderas, muévete, siéntelo, gózalo así, en un baile danza a la vez, con Kiki y Wiro de anís, acelerando tu ritmo, no pares conmigo hasta el amanecer. Oye, esto es para todos los latinos. Cantándole a Pérez Prado, México baila también, para alegrar corazones que sienten y cantan todos a la vez. Hoy todos gustan del mambo, ritmo que te hace vivir, moviendo así las caderas, no pares conmigo hasta el amanecer. Es lo que a mí me provoca
Sabroso el mambo,
a guarachar
qué rico el mambo.
de mi Cuba bella,
Te baila mirando.
a Cachao y Pérez Prado.
Sabroso el mambo,
Quiero agradecer
qué rico el mambo.
por todas sus canciones,
Te baila mirando.
canto de mi tierra bella,
Sabroso el mambo,
fernandillana,
qué rico el mambo.
dulce guajillo.
Qué bueno te baila mirando.
Oye, si tú quieres bailar y gozar, baila mi mambo. ¡Llévatelo! Puerto Rico baila,
La punta del pie,
Colombia y Venezuela,
yo bailo el mambo.
baila Perú,
Punta del pie,
México lo baila, lo goza,
yo bailo el mambo.
Argentina, Chile,
Punta del pie,
Salvador, Nicaragua,
yo bailo el mambo.
dominicanos bailan,
Punta del pie,
lo bailan en La Habana, cantándole a Pérez Prado. México baila también, para alegrar corazones que sienten y cantan todos a la vez. Hoy todos gustan del mambo, ritmo que te hace vivir, moviendo así las caderas, no pares conmigo hasta el amanecer. Latinos todos, vengan a bailar el mambo. Mambo, qué rico el mambo, mambo.
Dancing Evolution. Yes, I found found here interesting facts about culture and tradition in Chile. For example, they have the Chilean cowboys. How? They have cowboys too. Yes. It says here that they are skilled horsemen, who wear the traditional hat called a chupalla. And the name of these Chilean cowboys in Spanish is huasos. Their folk music, yes, and dances are central to Chilean folk culture and can be found throughout the country, the influence of the Chilean cowboy. Specifically, around festival days, in September, for example, the date of independence in Chile, and like the Fiestas Patrias. I have to mention that Mapuche are the indigenous people of southern Chile and have a significant influence as well in the culture of tradition of this country. The language of these indigenous people are Mapudungun and is taught, yes, in many schools along, Chile, and is part of also of the tradition of these people. They have beautiful handcraft and pottery and textile. They love to do this kind of ponchos that they love to put it in their bodies with the hats. It is incredible. I have to mention that only 5% of the Chilean population is Mapuche, but many more, as much as 60% of the population of this country, according to some studies, identify as having some indigenous heritage. This is very, very important. This is something, incredible in the population of Chile, in difference of other Latin American countries. I have to mention these two Chilean poets that I love a lot. That is Pablo Neruda, who won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1971, and I love to read, his poems and also his written, written work that he left us. It's incredible. The how wise he was, and all the life lesson he wrote in these poems and in these words. It is incredible. Another important Chilean writer is Gabriela Mistral. I remember, her works when I was studying in Cuba in the first years of the school. They taught us, the children poems, and they are so beautiful. I love to read more about Gabriela Mistral right now that I'm an adult. And she was the first Latin American woman who won a Nobel Prize in literature. It's incredible, in 1945. I love also the cueca dance that they have. Is very similar to cumbia, but they have some kind of game, a playful, combination with the man and the skirt and the hat. Is very contagious and very popular and very happy. I love to see Chilean people dancing this dance, because Chilean in general is not like a very danceable country. They are more focused in rock music, in listening to music, the rock, the pop music, the American influence, and also the British influence. And when I see, the Chilean people enjoying and playing and dancing their traditional music, I feel very happy that they can keep, their own traditional music alive. This is very important. Even though you have the influence of American music, British music, you can't leave your tradition, your music, your dance, aside. You have to try at least, teach your children about the music and the dance of their country. Because we have right now the influence of so many cultures, and some people try to avoid their own culture and try to erase and try to eliminate their tradition and their roots. And when I see the Chilean people, I don't have to say that most of them, but I saw a lot of people that keep, this music alive, these dances alive, and their tradition. This is something very, very important to keep, their culture alive. So, my friends, thank you so much again. And for me, it's been a pleasure and a joy to connect with you and bringing you interesting things about countries, about cities, also about their history, their food, their nutrition, their beauty, etc. So remember, let's continue next Monday, yes, with more interesting things about countries, about culture, about history. This is Yamila Guerra, and thank you so much for your love and your support.
La Habana vengo yo.